came back. Long story short, I got the job. With zero experience, kutoka at the river, for those who have gone to at the river, we are in another wilderness. But that's not the point of my story. So I got the job, and the lady was so excited, the manager, she was like, you are the right person for this job. I was working, and I think, taking care of about 5 countries in Africa. Then after 2 weeks, she just changed. I said, I don't know why I hired you. You. I'm like, what's happening? And you know, the office setup is an open office setup.
Yes.
So when she's screaming at you, everyone is on your face. So I was like, you know, God, you gave me the job. Let me just familiar to the first week, the second week, the third week. After 3 months, I was fired.
Oh.
I didn't know what to do. In fact, in Daystar, I was part of the class presentation. Before they start the course, they said, you know that young man called Jeff? You know, you need to be like him. He's working with DHL. He's a serious guy. Now I've lost my job. Where do I turn to? I don't know what to do. The only thing I know is a job. I applied. In fact, let me share this. That day that I got the job, you know, I walked from Nyayo Stadium to town. I said, God, I'm not thinking much. Mimi, hey, I just want to let it sink. How did I get that job? So I tried applying for jobs. You go, I remember there's a place that I just went to present my people. I said, hey, my friend, you are overqualified. They looked at my suit. I said, no. In fact, the person who was talking to me, it was as if I was going to remove him. So he said, no, you're overqualified. So from there, because I had nobody held my hand to tell me how the workplace is, that you're not your job. You can lose your job, your business can go down, but you can start. So it took me 3 years to recover. No job, no nothing, stuck. I went back to the river, my familiar ground, my home ground. Everyone knows you, baka shopkeepers, so you know, this is home. It took me 3 good years for me to stand up again. And ladies and gentlemen, that is where Afrika Transition Hub was born. So many of us graduate, so many of you will graduate, and there's a possibility you graduate and you don't get a job. What? I know that you're hearing the government saying, start businesses. Do you even know how to write a business plan? Even if you have a business, can you access the capital? And the reason we are here today is we want to help you transition smoothly, to be able to get the skills, the tool set, and everything you need. So from that time, God just placed this in my heart and said, you know what? Over 50,000 young people graduate every year. And there's a report that was done. It takes between 5 to 7 years for a graduate to settle in a job. Moses can tell you, I think I've touched a couple of jobs, almost 5. Unakapa 6 months, another one 1 year. So it is something, it's a need that we need to be able to address. And I'm so excited to have more university KIPS and MKU to just launch this and tell you it is possible.
It's about opportunities that I want you to take away from this. 1 will be what the wisest man says, 2 is what my mentor taught me, and 3 is from my experience. You start with the wisest man, so at least if you don't take mine, at least you will take what from the wisest man, right? And this is what the wisest man in the world talked about, saying it referred to opportunity. That opportunity happens to them all. Time and chance happens to them all. That's the wisest man. Number 2, my mentor. One day sitting with my mentor, he told me, Moses, opportunity is happening to you right now. And I can stand here and tell you that right now, if you look around you, there are opportunities that are happening to you. And from my experience, I have come to realize that opportunities are things of value, but it is a space of value that calls and requires a cost, or it demands something of you. It does not just come free. You've got to pay the price for it. Now let's talk about this program for a minute. This is called the VGTP training program, the VUCA Graduates Training Program. I can't locate it, but I will tell you the essence of this program is we want to help you to be able to think outside, or rather to get outside the box. We don't want you to think inside the box. We want you to get outside the box and start seeing possibilities and start seeing new ways of solving problems that we currently have. And Madam Donna, through the training, she will be taking us through that. And the other thing is, these are principles. Very simple. If you can just implement them, they can transform your life. These are just principles. Why this training? We have brought together all the partners that you would need, or all the players that you would need for you to have a successful transition. If you're talking about financial literacy, on board we have a bank to teach you about financial literacy. If you talk about leadership, and we are all young, we have on board Emerging Leaders Foundation. If you talk about prosperity, and I asked you, do you have a plan, a wealth creation plan? We are partnering with BVI to be able to take us through that. We have entrepreneurship. We have Molly mentors who will be able to teach us on the area of entrepreneurship. And then we have mentorship itself. All right. So all these partners, we have also partnered. We have also they will also be providing their staff who will also be taking you. They are the people who will be mentoring you. Lastly, is we are also partnering with the Youth Fund, and we have talked to the Ministry of Labor so we can be taken through what are some of the opportunities that are there in government for we as young people.
Well, as Shim said, my name is Rhonda Jordan. I am from the United States of America. I am the president and founder of Houses with Hope, and I've been doing mission work in Kenya for now over 20 years. And I'll be sharing a little bit more about that journey. And I met a man by the name of Dr. John Morgan about 10 years ago. We became friends. He became a pastor, built really a mega church, or led in the building of that. And then he began to travel around the world and study poverty. And he came up with, using biblical principles, 3 things that could lift people out of poverty and create wealth. So that's what I'm going to be sharing today. And we have formed a partnership. People Prosper International has a goal of, by 2030, to help lift 1 million people around the world out of poverty using these very simple principles. And about a year ago, he and I began to talk about a role that I might play in that, because I saw a need, particularly for women. Because women around the world are very much oppressed. They are very much make up the vast majority, them and their children, of people in poverty. So I have recently started Women's Global Impact, and we have a goal to help lift 1 million women out of poverty, and that is beginning in Kenya. So we're very excited about the whole thing really launching from here. Now, before I get started, let me just say one thing. If I were you, I would hitch my wagon, as we say in America, to African Transition Hub. These guys are going places. I would drag my friends here and go through that training. These guys are sharp, and they can really help you. I'm very impressed. And again, if I were you, and for $48, that's the best investment that you could ever make.